Let's talk about more of the morph transition. I have made a separate video about morph transition with simple examples, but in this video, we will have a bit of advanced examples. So let's start with this slide here. So first thing that we need to do is to duplicate this. So just click on the slide and Control D. What we want to do here is for this boy here to be placed at the middle, and then this girl will be moved to the left, and this boy will also be moving here to the right. So it's like they're rotating. So let's start with this boy. Click on the picture and then go to Format. Let's bring that to front, bring to front, and then let's resize that. So this girl will become smaller. So let's reduce the size. So this will be brought at the middle. So they'll be exchanging positions. And then this boy here, let's go again to Format and click on Send to Back. So after doing that, let's just make this a little higher. After doing that, let's go to Transitions and click on Morph. So let's look at that in the slideshow presentation. Okay, so let's go back. So on the second slide, Control D to duplicate. And then similarly, this boy will now be moved to the center. So let's go to Format. So send to, bring to front rather, bring to front. And then we'll make this bigger. And this one here will be smaller. Remember, this girl will be brought to the back. Let's check the transitions. It's already morphed, so let's watch the slideshow presentation of this. Let's click on the first slide. Next. Okay, so that's it. We'll have another example for a morph transition. So on your PowerPoint slide, we insert a picture of the world tectonic plates. And then we duplicate this 3 times. So on the second slide, let's just make this smaller and we will enlarge the picture. Say I want it like this. Let me check it first again. Okay. And then for the third slide, I want the middle portion to be emphasized, to be magnified. So I'm just enlarging this. And then for the fourth slide, we will enlarge this. I want this portion. I'll make this smaller. And then for the second, third, and fourth slide, we'll go to transitions and click on morph. Then we will reduce the time to say 1. Let's now go to the first slide and let's see the outcome of our work. Let's click on slideshow. Say your target or your goal is to let students identify the types of plate boundaries existing on this map you will be asking your students to identify the type of plate boundary between Pacific plate and Australian plate, or between the Philippine plate and the Eurasian plate. So you would ask also the same thing, the type of plate boundary between Nazca and South American plate, or even the South American plate and the African plate. And the last one, say you're asking for the type of plate boundary between North American plate and Eurasian plate. So this is actually one of the lessons in Science 10. Let's have another example. This is a picture of an office. So let's begin. First, we duplicate this. So on the duplicate copy, you click on the picture, go to Format, and then on the crop, click the arrow down, click on Aspect Ratio, and choose 1:1, the square. After that, you go back to crop again, crop the shape, and choose Circle. Let's click on that again, the crop. So I'm clicking the crop again so I can see the whole picture, because what we want to do here is to draw the attention or the focus of our audience to one thing, to one object from this picture. So our first focus will be the plant here, this plant at the right side. Let's start cropping. So we will only be touching these crop handles at the corners so that we can maintain the 1:1 aspect ratio. But please don't forget to press down the shift key first before making the adjustments. Okay, I'll start here because I want to get this plant. That will be our focus. So we can adjust that so that we can see the whole thing. As I do this, I'm pressing down the shift key. So if you're contented with this, okay, now we can go to Insert and then Text Box. Here, let's type plant. So let's make that bold and a little bigger. Okay, now we will duplicate this. So let's go back again to this picture. Let's click on that, Format, and then go to Crop so we can see the whole picture now. So this time, we're going to draw the focus on another object. So let's turn our attention to this laptop here. So similarly, let's press down the Shift key and start cropping. Okay, I think this is good enough. So now let me place that here and change this to computer. So again, duplicate this, click on the picture, go to Format, and then click Crop so that we can see the picture, the entire picture. So once again, just like what we did earlier, we will do the cropping and changing the focus to this clock here. So press down again the Shift key, and then let's just crop. Our focus should be at this clock. Say that's good. And then this one, we'll just move the computer here. Let's make this somewhere here, and then change this to clock. Now for the final slide, I will just copy the first slide. So this would be the final slide, and I will just put a title here. Say, for example, our office. So you can make that bigger. It's up to you. And then let's click on slide 5, 6, 7, and 8 and go to Morph. So let's go to Transitions and click on the Morph transition. We'll just change something here. So the time, let's just reduce that to 1.5. But if you want less than so that you can really see the transition at a fast pace, you can. So let's go to that slide, the first slide. So you have the plant, you have the computer, and the clock, and the entire office.